Alright guys, welcome to the game. Oh, hang on just a second. Yeah. I wanted to get rid of that so I could actually record. Here we go. Alright guys. So this is Half Sword. Probably been seeing this a little bit more online. I think that if this ever becomes like an esport or anything like that, it's really going to pop off. There's so much depth to this game. But anyways, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the styles specifically for longsword fighting that I've come to learn, some little tricks. And yeah, let's get into it. So this mode is really fun. Just I think this would be level 1 armor technically with like the gambeson or this jacket that the guys wear. Really doesn't protect against swords very much. You have no head armor, so that can slow you down. This mode over here, I should say this style. Let me see if I can find my longsword guy. Because there's two different longswords guys, you'll notice. Okay, here we go. This is the first style in this mode. You can see he's got this little jacket on once again. Doesn't really help too much. This time he has sidearm. He's got this mace here. Maces really suck in the game right now, though, so I don't worry too much about that. You can see these shoulder plates. Those are really useful because those are going to protect against the big shoulder swings that some guys, particularly like the mace guys, will go for, but it will protect a sword. Doesn't protect against thrust, though. You can see we don't have any plating in front of your chest, so you still can get impaled, and you do have a helmet here, which is nice. And then we've got these guys over here. And see, this is the other style of armor, that your chest is covered, but your shoulders are not. So it's kind of one or the other between these two game modes. But this time we get another weapon on top of it. We get this little like ice pick thing that I really haven't got a chance to use too much, but seems like it could be fun if you could get the hang down. Let's go over my settings real quick for what we're doing. Blood is turned off so you can see my screen for right now. I've left damage to player alone, but turned up damage to NPC, really just to kind of demonstrate to you guys what's possible when you start getting decent with the sword. Bone snapping also turned up. I don't really know what that does. Maybe someone can tell me what it looks like. Mouse sensitivity. I do like to turn this down. A lot of guys go over to where the M sort of is. I find that works really well when we're doing longsword. So alright, let's get into the game a little bit. I'm going to show you guys just this alone for now. No extra armor. And we'll kind of talk about some of the techniques. So noticing who your opponent is going to help you out a lot. What I've started doing, oh, you got me there, is just trying to do the opposite of however they stance themselves. Your opponent, you can see when I hold the sword kind of the same as him and then go opposite, he changes up what he's doing. So you can kind of force somebody to hang back. And right there, winning for that neck thrust. That's what's going to win you the majority of your games, I find. If you can master where that neck is and go for a quick slice when you have a moment, that'd be awesome. Now, I see some players have this mentality of trying not to move very much, and I think that's super cool. But I think if this ever becomes competitive, we really are going to have to master the movement here. So I like to wait for guys to charge in, do a little sidestep, and then go for a swing. Especially these two knife guys, you've got a lot of extra reach on them. So you can let them get pretty close before you have to take that swing. Let's go for another combat here. Another sword guy. Let's see if I can get him to back up a little bit more. Nope. Oh, I thought I had that. Something else I've been trying to do is walk into that corner and try to push guys into there. You can see I lost that one. I'm going to blame it on talking. But if you can trap the guys into the corners, you notice they really don't like that. In fact, they try to get out a lot of times or come right at you. So it's a way to sort of predict what people are going to do. I almost never play this mode just because there's those guys, those giant, I don't know, flail lances that have the spikes coming out of all the end, and those are insanely OP. Alright, this I like, because this guy at this level actually has the chest piece, so we'll play with this for a little bit. And we also get the hammer. Easy, or, no, it's the little hand axe. That actually can be kind of difficult. Once again, you've got a ton of extra reach, so just kind of keep them at bay. You notice he has plate armor on? So thrusts, in my opinion, aren't really going to do much. Right there, I disarmed him. So kind of waiting for that. I find with the hammer or the axe guys, if you go for a quick swing in the opposite direction that they're coming at you, and you're far enough away, you can pretty much take them out each time. All right, bill hook, pain in the butt. See, I'm going to try to keep that bill hook on my right side with my sword. See, he still got a swing in there, but I blocked that second one, keeping it away. Oh, he snuck in right there. But try to, and then he just gets the leg. That's why these things are so tough. But right there, and I went for a slash down. So I tried to push forward. Oh, right there, I got the hand. Something I like to do is kind of run forward with a thrust sometimes. It's fun, slow. But now he's forced to fight me with only one hand. That might be a bone snapping mechanic. Chest armor saved him. We're gonna go to our little half sword. Pressing right button. You're gonna hold the sword with both your hands, choke up on it, get a lot better grip, and you can also, it's good for like a close combat when you're in with these longer range weapons. If you get right up in here, you can generate a lot of power with not much movement, and your shots are gonna hit a lot closer, unlike the sword. You see, where is the blade actually gonna come in contact when I swing? That's what we're trying to figure out. Is where is the blade going to impact the other guy's body on its way down? And is it going to be on the cutting side? Because that also affects it. So that's really... So that half sword technique is really good for when you're up close and personal. Alright, shield guys. Not that big of a deal.
My guts bones!
The buckler guys are a real pain in the butt. See, I'm trying to find a little opening. Oh! And I managed to get the neck there. You see that? And I even got a little slicing on the legs again. Try to chain your attacks together. If you throw something, you know, coming left to right, try to go again at going out right to left. Alright, and that guy actually just got to surrender right away. And something else about watching your enemies. Look at what armor they're wearing, especially in these modes where people have different sets on. If they don't have that chest piece, go through for a thrust, especially if you have a longer weapon than them, because even if they get that swing off, they probably will miss if you were at the right range. Alright, he actually dropped that. I don't mind. Try to thrust him. He's got a short blade. Those actually suck to deal with sometimes if people get up close. What else can I show you? Nope, he got a hit on me.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit more about, and this is something I've just started trying to do, is trying to strike from the opposite direction that their strikes are coming in. He was real dumb just leaving that shield wide open like that. Anytime that happens, try to slip a blade in there. I should have gone for another thrust. This guy dropped his weapon. I'll let him pick up his hammer. See, I went for, oh, I got a passive thrust in there. He decided to run right through the blade. That will happen in this game. Alright, here we go. This should be a little bit of a challenge. Oh, see right there? I kind of caught the sword. If I had gone for a slashing up movement, I might have got him. Alright, we traded blows there. Got his hand. And he's not going to be able to use that hatchet. Really work on your fine mouse control. Again, what I'm doing to get the sword out here is I'm clicking down and holding out. And just barely moving it. That was actually a really bad strike. Alright, something to talk about what happened right there. When I came down, I could feel that, and this is going to be something you just kind of have to experience the more you play the game. As the sword comes down, you'll notice when it kind of latches onto your opponent, and that means you're doing damage. So if you're able to keep that swing going a little bit slowly and just kind of drag your sword maybe with some movement, you can actually do a lot of cutting damage, even though there's not too much momentum with the sword coming down, which is normally going to be the majority of what you do. You know, I've actually wanted to try this. We pick up somebody's waist and it sends the game going nuts. Let's see. Maybe they still have to be alive. I've seen some guys do some crazy grappling. And if that ever... It's really useful for it up in the higher armors. Alright, this guy is going to be a problem. But we might be able to get a nice little swing on his shoulders, which is one of my favorite things to do. Again, try to come in from the opposite direction he's attacking. Right there, got him in the arm. And maybe more than that. Maybe I got him in the neck too. Smart attacks. Do not overextend. That's something I have a problem with all the time. Okay, keep the sword away. I mean, the bill hook. Okay, right there I managed to get him.